This is a word processing program called Pages, and Pages is a word processing program that only runs on Apple Mac products. So if you're not using some kind of a Mac computer, you probably won't be using Pages for the purposes of this course anyway. But Pages is something that is available usually on Mac computers and also can be available on iPads, although it does look slightly different when it's running on an iPad, but the menu options are very similar. And what you'll see is that although it looks slightly different from Microsoft Word, it does do basically all the same things. Um, and I'll show you some of those things or where they are, but also show you just a few more word processing tips and tricks while we're in here. So for the purposes of Pages, just like with Microsoft Word, you just start typing right away and your font goes in. Up here, you'll see a lot of similar things in that in this bar right here, you'll see the styles of font. If you click on this, you can see all the different font styles you can choose, very similar to Microsoft Word. And it has some of the default fonts up at the top to make it a little easier for you. And also, you can see, just like before, if you want all of your text to be in kind of a certain style, that's something you can use. And then over here, this should look familiar. This is the font size that you can use. This affects your font color. It's a little bit different looking of a tool button than it was in Microsoft Word. So just like Microsoft Word, when we highlight things, we can choose, our style to change a little bit if we want to. We can change the overall look of the text, and we can change the font size. Okay, so those can be kind of fun things to play with if you're trying to design things. To go back, I could think Arial is the default font here. Also, when I have my text highlighted, I can do just like I did in Word. I can bold, I can italicize, I can underline, and I can also take those things off. Here's the text alignment if I want to right align my text, if I want to center my text. I can do those things. And then another handy thing that Pages puts right here is spacing. So for example, I'll go ahead and finish a little bit more than a line of text so you can see how this works. Now, these are also tools that Word has. Pages just happens to have them right out front. For line spacing, sometimes you'll have papers or things due, and it's required that you double space your text. So to do that, you would just type your text regularly, but then you can go right here and you can do two. And there you have two spaces. That means here's a line of text, then a space, then a line of text. And you can change that, sometimes a page or a space and a half, or just back to the normal one line spacing. So that's a handy thing that you can use. Also, Pages uses their lists just in a little bit different of a tool button. So here I have this list, and just like in Word, I can highlight it, and then I go over here and hit this little button, and I can make it a bulleted list. I can make it a numbered list. And then they also have a couple of other options. One is a Harvard list, that's a Roman numeral 1, 2, 3 outline, and then a legal list, which doesn't look a whole lot different from a numbered list, except that it's not indented. It's over here right on the edge of the page. The regular numbered list will indent, or I guess it doesn't indent it. So anyway, those are just some other options that you can have. You can put it back to no formatting, no list formatting for that. Um, Pages also includes, and again, Word includes this as well, just in a different menu option. And you can learn more about that from the longer tutorials. But you can insert different media, you can insert MP3 files, you can insert videos, you can insert pictures. You can also do that on Word. The button's just in a, it's a pull down menu item. And this also offers you the option to share this via iWork. iWork is a little bit larger of a program that encompasses more of the Mac tools, and you can share your Word document in different ways through that. So that's just a basic outline of how Pages is just a little bit different layout from Microsoft Word, but the features are very much the same. They're word processors and they kind of do the same things. If I want to, and this is true in any word processing program, if I want to delete a line of text, or any text, I simply highlight it and just hit my delete key. The thing about that is it's gone, but if you feel like you made a mistake, you can always get it back. You can do this on Word or as well. And what I want to do is go to my Edit pull down menu, and I have this button up here that says Undo Delete, and I can undo it and put it back. So that's if you make a mistake and delete something that you didn't mean to delete. That's always kind of a fallback for you. If I want to move some things around, for example, let's say I want to move this item up above, I can highlight it, and then if I hit my Command X key combination, Command X, it gets rid of it, but it's not deleted. But I click my cursor where I'd want it to go, and if I hit Command V, V like Victor, it'll put it back. But it just puts it in a little bit different space for me. And so that's one of the ways that we could move text around. If this is a section that I want to copy for a different place in my paper, I can highlight this, and if I hit Command C, and then I go put my cursor down here and hit Command V, it copies that sentence that I highlighted right down here. So when you're doing formatting in any word processing document, these are very handy features. They're called cutting, pasting, copying, pasting. Those are very handy features to use, and you'll find you use them a lot. And this works the same way whether you're in Microsoft Word, in Pages, or in Google Docs.